Hey, so today I want to share some resources for busy parents who are helping the kids on their maths curriculum. And I'm also very mindful that we're September 2025, so that there'll be a big chunk of children right now, 15-year-olds, getting prepared for GCSE next year. Now, I'm not talking about the previous videos I've done on GCSE math and the difficulties we're experiencing in the UK with the breadth and depth of education and so on and so forth. This is really just to give you some immediate books that you can get hold of in the UK rather easily and work through despite everything else that's happening. So the first book is this one, Teach Yourself Mathematics. This particular edition with little beans, it's 2008. You can pick it up online on eBay and other such websites such as World of Books, and it's literally £4. And I used that book myself as a refresher before I went onto my engineering degree in 2010. Fully aware that engineering degrees right now are not the same as the engineering degrees in 1950 or 1960, so I was well aware of it. I did do my degree. Is it the same breadth and depth than 1950-60? No, not at all. But I had a good time and I got a good career out of it. But still, so this is for the kids, for anyone who wants to refresh their maths. And the other interesting point, particularly for homeschoolers, if you're homeschooling, is I took one of my children on this, so it was about 10 years ago. And with half an hour a day, for 5 months, only half an hour a day, no stress. For 5 months, we got through the whole book. And this book is the whole curriculum of year 7 to year 11. So it's 5 years at secondary school from the age of 11 to the age of 16. Half an hour a day, 5 months, the whole thing done. No stress. I think there were about 2 or 3 little topics in geometry that were not covered in there, and we had to go and find it elsewhere. But what's interesting really is the fact that it doesn't matter on the age. It's just, if you can do it, do it. The only proviso is the student who's going to do this needs to have a full mastery of arithmetic. Now, please don't forget that arithmetic is that branch of mathematics to do with counting and the 4 operations. And you'll be surprised how many times I've spoken to teachers, primary school teachers and secondary school teachers, actually, not necessarily math teachers, but teachers who don't realize that arithmetic is quite different from mathematics, and it's just a branch of mathematics. So right there's a confusion. So the first thing, please make sure your children really understand what arithmetic is and that it is a branch of mathematics, the art of counting, and covers the 4 operations. And also make sure they know the names of the sum being the result of an addition, the difference being the result of a subtraction, the product being the result of a multiplication, and the quotient being the result of a division, because this is really important. And again, those kind of things are very often not clarified in a classroom. So take this book, start at the beginning, do not skip any section, make sure each section is mastered. All the definitions are in a book. I think it's really good, considering we have very few textbooks, modern textbooks. Out of all, I do have my old 1900 textbooks, but that's all I've got. And these, and they're not available, readily available, but at least this is available and it's not bad at all, and it's very helpful. The other thing you can use is www.corbetmaths.co.uk, I think, or .com. And Mr. Corbett, some years ago, is a math teacher, and he decided to produce a great number of YouTube videos taking a student from the very beginning of arithmetic all the way through to GCSE and A-level curriculum, and his videos are very, very good. I did use them when he began putting them on when I was homeschooling my kids. I think they're pretty good. He does it very, very well. The other thing you can use is, so this is also for British people because it's available online. This is called Lonsdale Essential Key Stage 3 Mathematics Coursebook. And at the time when I was homeschooling my kids, this was the only thing I could find. So Key Stage 3 is 11 years old to 14. and it covers the same topic as a GCSE but less, and it is like that. So it doesn't mean that it has to be for 11 years old. It doesn't mean it has to be for 14. If your kids are very competent already, you know, they're 7 or 8 or 9, it just doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. Mastery is what matters, that they really understand each part before moving on to the next part. But it is good as just as a workbook to, you know, to work through, and you know, that's £3 or £4 online as well. So with, you know, with a tenner, you can get those 2 books. You can work through them. Make sure arithmetic is fully grasped before, otherwise you're going to struggle. If you need to learn or practice more on arithmetic, I did recommend Ray's arithmetic series. This is 1850 American curriculum. It's really, really good. This you can download online. Just go online and Google Ray's arithmetic series, and there's a few websites that have the PDF, so you can download the works. And that starts from right at the start, like first time teaching kids how to count, all the way to advanced maths. So this is really, really good. Okay, hopefully that will be useful, and it will help you to get some successes and win, and most importantly, get those children relaxed about maths, you know, without panicking when they go and do an exam, because maths should be used for application, for success in life, and unfortunately the focus is just on passing an exam, which is a great shame. But if you can teach them with this, it's got lots of good problems as well, you know, like everyday life problems. Hopefully that will help.